All right, Shoprider XLR14. Today we're gonna replace a drive tire on this unit. Now these drive tires, and I think any unit really, scooter, power chair, a lot of times that little secure pin inside where it mounts to the motor, that little pin gets really jammed in there, or there's a lot of corrosion, or maybe there's a lot of humidity like here in Florida, and it just maybe expands or gets rusted. So hopefully we don't have that issue. If we do, we're gonna go ahead and use a hub puller to pull it out. But anyways, to remove this tire, so the nice thing about this tire is that it's a split rim tire. So what that means, that these flanges right here, these bolts, you're able to remove those and replace just the tire itself instead of replacing the whole assembly. So that's an option that you have on these XLR14s and other power chairs as well. So the first thing you want to remove is this dust cap or cover. You take this off, and I have it prepped already, semi-prepped, and then you're going to have these flange bolts right here that you're going to remove, and then you're going to have your hex bolt in the middle. So you're going to start off with the top ones, which if you notice that hex already came off because I already had it prepped, and then this one's going to go in the center. You're going to take your other one off. Now this little start, I guess it's like a security ring. What it does, it secures the bolts and this washer. It just holds it in place a little bit better, and it kind of brings the rim close to everything. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. So the tire itself doesn't bounce around. So once you remove all that, you're going to remove this washer. I guess you call it a washer. And if the tire doesn't come off, just like it isn't coming off right now, there's different options of removing that. You could either try to manhandle it with the mallet, or just try to remove that. But the nice thing about these is that you do have this hub puller. Now the cool thing about this is that these rims are metal, okay? So it's going to be a lot easier to remove it with this hub puller because the rims are not going to get bent, so they're not going to break. So let's give that a try. So we're just going to bring these in place. We're going to line it up to the center, and we're just going to screw it in. And you could also use an electric drill, which I like to use. And once it secures everything, it should pull it out pretty easy. Now if you notice, hopefully you get it with the camera, it is popping out. Check it out. Voila, I love that. And of course, this is a fairly new, that's actually a brand new Shoprider, so it does make it a little bit easier. But now it comes off, boom. As you can tell, the pin, it's stuck. Hopefully you can see that right in here. So we're gonna remove that. And then of course, every time you guys remove a drive tire, make sure you get some PB blaster or some kind of grease to grease it up, so the next person that comes out doesn't have a difficult time to remove the tire. So this is just gonna fit in here just like that, no other way. Now another thing that you could do from here, if you do have to replace motors, you're gonna have these other flange bolts right in here. You're gonna have to remove 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna go and flip this forward, your captain seat forward. Be very careful. I'm gonna come around so you can see. You're gonna get to these other 3 right back here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Once you remove that, you will have to remove this lever, which is your neutral lever, which is really simple. All you have to do is twist, and I'll go ahead and take it off all the way so you guys can see what I'm talking about. You're gonna twist, that comes off, then the whole motor assembly is gonna come off. Shoprider will send you the whole assembly with the arm and everything. There's no need to replace any of that. Now, unless it is cracked or broken right down through here, but if not, just the motor assembly itself, it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes. You're good to go. You pop this back in place. Make sure that it does go in pretty good. Just like that. Make sure that it's nice and tight. There we go. Now, if you also want to make adjustments for the height adjustment, you have 4 adjustments you can do, which is actually, there's 2 in the back and 2 in the front, which are these little prongs right here. You loosen this cotter pin, you just take it off completely. See if I can do that. So hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably choose the wrong one to take off, but it's okay. Boom. Once you take it off, you're able to adjust, and you have your height adjustment right there. Okay, so that's to adjust the height on the seat on this Shoprider XLR14. And then of course you have your reset switch right here. Pretty basic power chair. You have your tilt actuator, which they send the whole assembly, and then you have your front ones right here to make the adjustment as well. So you know, that's pretty much it. You take the motor off, and then you go back and put the tire on. Like I said, let me come back here, excuse my mess. Thought I had one in here, but oh, here we go. We get some of this silicone lubricant. We're gonna spray just a little bit. Grab your tire back on, make sure it's on the right side, so that's reverse. You just pop it in, and it should just pop in place pretty easy. There we go. And then I would lock this in so it doesn't move around. If you get your mallet, you can just kind of mallet it in. That's probably good enough. As you can tell, you can see that security pin in there. You're gonna grab your big washer, your security pin or your security star. You're gonna pop these in halfways, pop the other one in, and then get your hex bolt in there. That's it. And that's how you replace XLR14 drive tire.